Good morning, loves. It is finally Friday and I'm so excited because not only does that mean that the weekend is here, but that means that Christmas is so close, and I'm really just excited because we get to hang out with family, and John's family from Ohio, some of his family is coming into town, and so they'll finally get to see Hunter like in person, so it's just really excited. Plus they have pugs, and if you guys know how I have a pug obsession, I'm so excited because I get to watch them from like the 28th to I think the 2nd of January, so I'm so excited. But mainly excited because we get to see family and they get to see Hunter for the first time, and this weekend is just filled with like a bunch of stuff. So anyway, Hunter did pretty decent last night, kind of similar to the previous night. So he went to bed around, I want to say 9:30, and took him about a half an hour, probably about 15-20 minutes to get to sleep. He didn't really cry, but then I woke him, well, I didn't wake him up, but I fed him, kind of topped him off at like 10:15 because I was gonna go to bed around that time, and he slept until 2 o'clock, I think, 1 o'clock, 1:30. It was 1:30. So he got about 4-hour stretch, and then he fell asleep, and he kind of woke up a tiny bit. He was kind of like rolling all around his crib, like legit he was facing one way and then he ended up like the complete opposite, like 180. And so I went in there and I flipped him back around so that I can see him in the monitor if his eyes are open and stuff, and he kind of took like 15-20 minutes to go back to sleep, but he didn't like wake up to eat until 5:30. So from, is that right? Yeah, from 1:30 to 5:30, so about a 4-hour stretch. Around, I think it was 6:30, he kind of woke up again, and he was kind of, he likes to like put his feet on the headboard, and I probably should just leave him be, but I feel like he's gonna just like wake himself up that way. He sleeps on his side a lot, like he'll roll onto his side and sleep there for a little bit. Not for long periods of time, but anyway, he kind of fussed and cried for like 10-15 minutes and then went back to sleep. And then he didn't wake up until like 10:20 this morning, something like that. And so, no, it was around 8. He woke up around 8, which the other day he woke up around like 8:40, 8:50, something like that. So a little bit different, but kind of similar. I think I'm going to try to take away another feeding, like only do, because he's technically eating twice, and it seems like every time he wakes up for the day, you know, that should be a really good big feeding, and it seems like he doesn't really want to eat when he wakes up, even though he's been sleeping for like 4 hours. So that makes me think, and I read this too as well, that he doesn't need that night feeding because he's using that night feeding in place of his first morning feed. And so I think I'm gonna try to get him, instead of feeding him at the 4-hour mark when he wakes up, I think I might try to give him his pacifier, let him cry it out for a little bit. If he cries for, you know, a good amount of time and doesn't go back to sleep, then obviously I'll just feed him and I'll, you know, try working on it another time. But I definitely think that he can take another feeding away. And so I'm gonna try it. We'll see how it goes, because it's so frustrating in the morning when my milk is so full and he feeds like for 2 minutes, and when the letdown happens he kind of stop sucking and he just lets it pool in his mouth, and then he'll swallow and he'll get a bunch, and so he'll pop off, and then he'll cry and arch his back when I try to put him back on. Usually for him that means that he's not hungry, and it's frustrating because I'm like, well, my milk is full and I'm not gonna pump because I'm not gonna make my breasts think that I need more milk than he's needing. So I think I'm just gonna cut that feeding out, and then hopefully he'll eat better in the morning. Might be a rough night because it'll be kind of an adjustment. But also, when I did feed him that second feeding, he really didn't eat much. Like, he ate, like, he wasn't really, like, sucking, and he didn't eat for really, really long. It was kind of like a really slow suck, and I don't know, I feel like I'm all over the place with this rant and this information that I'm giving you, but pretty much I'm gonna try to take out one more feeding, and since he is almost 5 months old, it should be completely fine. I mean, he's like a week or two, probably 2.5 weeks away from being 5 months old. So usually somewhere between 4 and 6 months old, they're able to sleep like 8-hour stretches, stuff like that. They're able to go throughout the night without a feeding, or at least one feeding, or even two sometimes. Some babies need two, but it seems like he's not needing that second feeding because he's using that in place of his first morning feed, if that makes any sense. That's my sleep training update for today. Mr. Man is over there on the floor while I'm uploading. He's doing some tummy time, but he's getting frustrated. And I'm trying to upload the vlog for today because yesterday I did not have it uploaded on time. Man, I have been so behind on comments lately, so I've been going through and replying to pretty much everything, and I see a lot of people suggesting something that's really irritating for a breastfeeding mom. So I kind of just wanted to throw this out there for you guys. Don't suggest a breastfeeding mom to introduce formula. That is the last thing you want to do, because not only does that cause digestive issues with breastfeeding and giving formula at the same time, but it also can mess with your milk supply. A baby should never have to take both at the same time unless you're wanting to because you're going back to work or something. Or I still don't even think that's a good idea. You should either be giving breast milk strictly, or you should be giving formula. You should not be mixing the two because that really does cause a lot of digestive issues. Just because you want your child to sleep longer does not mean you should just give them formula to fill them up more. It's just, I don't know. I think that's just the comment that really irritates me the most. I mean, I'm totally not against formula at all. Fed is best. 100% fed is best. And I completely think that if you want to feed your baby with formula, you definitely should. You're not, like, no one should mom shame you for formula feeding your child. I did it for 2 days. I was literally gonna give up on breastfeeding, and the only reason why I went back to breastfeeding is because I really wanted to breastfeed. And not gonna lie, it's cheaper. And I really liked the bond that I had with breastfeeding compared to giving a bottle. But a lot of other women find other ways to bond with their baby with formula. So, like I said, not against formula at all. But I am definitely against giving formula and breast milk at the same time, because that is just not a good idea digestive-wise or breast milk supply. Because, you know, and I do know people who have done that, and it's fine, but I don't agree with it. So, if you watch my channel, I might even still get more comments like that, because there's some people that watch my video one time and they leave a comment and try to give me advice. But if you are a subscriber that watches my channel, please, please, please do not suggest or give me advice to give my baby formula for nighttime just to fill him up longer and let him sleep longer, because I will never ever ever do that, and it really gets on my nerves when people suggest that. I want to be 100% exclusively breastfeeding unless I'm not around him and I have to pump, or if I'm going to practice feed him with a bottle, but I am not going to be giving him formula unless I'm quitting breastfeeding, unless I'm weaning him off breastfeeding. I will never give him formula and breast milk at the same time, so please do not suggest that. Anyway, I have so many comments that I just replied to. I'm so sorry that I've been so behind on them, because I seriously love reading your guys' comments. I love how you guys care so much and you want to help me out. It seriously means the world to me, and so I seriously appreciate it so much. Say thank you. Thank you. I'm a little stubborn butt, so thank you. You're a cute stubborn butt. Look at that tongue. You're silly. Yeah, I think you're almost time for your nap time, mister. So we are at the Phoenix Zoo, looking at zoo lights, and Mr. Man is in his carrier, and he loves it. I wish that every day of the year could have the love that we feel on Christmas Day. That is albino. Anyway, I am actually ending the vlog tonight, and so we will see you in our next one. Bye. Say bye, you sleepy puppies. Say bye. Jonathan. Say bye. No? All right.